All righty, so we got power core today. A set of dumbbells if we have them. If not, we'll just focus on the muscle groups. A mat and a little space to move around. Sneakers would be helpful because we'll do a little bit of lunging in the beginning, front half of the class, and then we'll work down to the mat for some more Pilates and core stuff on the second part of the class. Let's go ahead and bring those feet about hips distance apart. Take the arms, big circle up, big inhale, lift those ribs, and then release the hands on the hips. Take the hips back, tuck the tail under, pull the belly in, and slowly roll up to standing, rolling the shoulders at the top. We'll do that one more time. Big inhale, big lift, hips back, tuck round, slowly roll all the way up. Go bring the right knee into the chest. So a little hug of that right knee. The toes are up, not pointed, but up. And then we'll switch left. We're going to alternate these knee hugs. Drawing in through the navel, just slowly starting to wake up our hip and hip flexors, our shins and calves. Good. Let's start to step this a little wider. Really pulling in through that side waist, our obliques, and helping to open up those hips. We're going to continue with this wide march and add a little torso rotation, turning our chest towards the leg that's lifting. Good. Just getting all those juices moving through our spine. About 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Let's take those legs wide. Toes are pointing forward still. We're going to shift our way into a lunge. That right knee bends, left inner thigh, big stretch here, tight through the core, chest stays open. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, roll through the hips out to the other side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, shift. Shift again. Good, take one more each side. Very last one here. And then let's bring it in the middle. Both legs are straight, looking for our hamstrings. It's a hip hinge. Tiny, tiny softness in the knees, just to make sure we don't lock the knee joint out. Chest and top of the head pulling forward, lengthening the spine, firing the back of the thighs and those hamstrings. Big deep breath. And then start to bend the knees, drop the tush, tuck the hips, and slowly roll up to center, rolling those shoulders a couple of times at the top. Let's go ahead, turn heels in, then toes and heels and toes and heels and toes till the feet come back to center, and we're going to pick up those dumbbells. Whatever we have, I'm picking up a little bit heavier set, using just my one set. So if you want to switch out and you have multiple sets, multiple weights, that's absolutely fine. All right, let's go ahead and start with our side-to-side lunges, just taking the weights along for the ride. Right leg steps out, right hips back, push into that right heel center. Stay with the right leg. Hips back, pushing in. Good. So you want to feel the glute and hamstring here. Shoulders and shoulder blades relaxed. Weights just along for the ride. 3 more. 3, 2. Hold this one out there. Let's go ahead. Put that right hand on the left thigh. Left arm. We're going to take a row. Wide row. Elbow wide and out to the side. Slowly lower. Good. Pull up. Resist. Pull up. Resist. Long neck. Three more. Last one. Good. Release those arms and step it in together. Let's take that left leg lunging. Stepping out to the side, hips back, push into the heel center. Halfway there. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold this one out there. Let's find those wide rows. Left hand balances on the thigh, right arm wide, elbow out to the side, slow to return. Five, 4, 3, 2, last one here. Let those arms release, step it on into center. Shoulders roll. All right, we're going to take that reverse lunge with a double hammer curl. Right leg steps back into that reverse lunge as we curl the weights towards the shoulder. Then we press off and return the weights to center. Here we go. Right leg, 10 of them. We step back, lunge curl. 1. Good. If knees are bothering us, we can just do a tap back, tapping the toe behind us instead of a full lunge. 4 to go. Last one here. Good. Switch legs. Continue with those hammer curls. 10, 9, 5 more. That heart rate should be coming up now. Last one. Good. Releasing center. Roll the shoulders. Deadlift. Hands coming around front. Option. Okay. Option. Single leg for a balance challenge. Okay. Option. Regular deadlift. Inhaling. It's a hip hinge. Slightly soft knee. Flat back until we feel the pull in the hamstring. Drive the heels into the floor. Squeeze the glutes on the way up. Option single leg. Allowing one leg to extend out behind. If we're doing one leg, we'll just remember which leg that is that we're lifting so that for our second set, we can switch. Good, nice and slow. We'll take 2 more. Last one here. Good. Releasing, rolling shoulders, weights. Coming into the center of the body, you can press them together, tuck elbows in and down. Toes turn out just a tiny bit. We're going to step out to a wide squat. Right leg steps out wide. We drop straight down, push into the heels, come back to center. Good. Let's take 9 more to the right. Step out, drop down, push off to center. Again, we can do taps or a more shallow squat. Next one out, hold that wide squat down, making sure you're steady, your belly is tight. We're going to use these weights. Right arm crunches up, slow to control left, right, left. 3 sets left, right, left, right, left. Good, 1 more each side. Bring those weights together and in center. Dip it down, then push off to step in. Release the weights to the sides, roll out the shoulders, and give me a shimmy or a shake or a resetting. Weights come together, back through center. Feet hips distance, toes slightly turned out. Left leg takes over, wide, step out, drop down, push into the heels, squeeze the buttons, center. 9 more. Halfway there, 5 more. That heart should be pumping. Next one out is the one we hold. Good, make sure you're steady. Right arm punches up. Left. Good, continue. Two sets. One more each side. Come on, push. Good, bring those weights down into center, dip it down, push it off, step in. Roll out those shoulders. Good to go. All right, feet setting up. Hips distance apart. Hips are slightly back. Navel tight. Right leg, side lunge. We step out wide. Good, let's alternate. Left. Perfect. Alternating. Driving that heel into the floor. To help fire the glute. Good, 4 sets left. Looking good at 3 to go. 2. One more each side. Let's hold this one. Balance that right arm. Good, row. Wide with the left. 1, 2. Good, controlling the descent on the way down. 2 left. Last one here. Good, lift. Other side, step it out. Balance that left arm. Here we go, 10 rows, 10. Three, shoulders and shoulder blades, staying down. 2, 1. Good, step it in the center. All right, let's set up and prepare for our reverse lunge with our hammer curl. Feet are hips distance. Right leg steps back, curl. Let's alternate this time. Left leg steps back, curl. Now remember, if knees are tired, tap backs are an option here. Or simply do a little more shallow instead of a deep lunge. Good, making sure we're not swaying those weights. We're in control as they come up and as they come down. 3 sets left. One more each leg. Last one. Good, releasing, rolling, coming into that deadlift. Option, both legs on the floor. You did a single leg, let's switch. Hip hinge. Belly tight, core tight. We stand tall, don't arch. Inhale down. Exhale up. Halfway there, 5 left. Two more, we got this. Very last one, let's make it nice and slow. Really challenge the back of that leg. And slowly come up. Roll out those shoulders. Okay, let's set up for those wide plie squats. Okay, wide plie squats. Weights can come into the center, they can come together. Elbows tucked, armpits closed, toes a little tiny bit turned out, right leg steps out wide. We dip it straight down, push into the heels, squeeze the buns for center, left leg, alternating. That's it. Good, heart rate should really be up there. If it's not, perhaps getting some larger weights next time will help you out. That's where a lot of that challenge comes from. 4 sets to go. Good, core pulled in. 3, 2. Last set. So let's hold this one out to the right. Set it up. Good, let's alternate punch. Right then left. 5 sets. So here's 2, 3, 4. One more each arm. Weights come together at the center, dip it down, step together, left leg steps out, wide squat, set it up, hold, right punch, left, right, left. Good control of the descent. 3, 2, one more each side. Good, drop it down, bring it in, roll those shoulders. Nicely done. All right. All right, we've got our bicep curls, okay? Reverse lunge. Let's go ahead and set it up so that we're going to come into a stationary reverse lunge. Take the right leg back. Tuck the hips. Lift the chest. Turn the palms to face forward this time. Holding steady in this lunge. Exhale, both arms work together. All the way up, all the way down. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold them up, only let them halfway down. So top half of the bicep. Exhale, bring them back up when they get parallel. Inhale, halfway down. Exhale, all the way up. 2, 3. We've got 2 more of these. Good, last one on the top half. Let's go all the way down. Bottom half only. 5, halfway up. Then control it down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Release the arms. Switch the legs. Tuck the tush. Lift the chest. Draw the navel in. Here we go. All the way back down and up. Bicep curl. Palms face up. All the way down. Control. Exhale. Drive that navel in as you lift. 3. We've got 2 left. 4. Holding it up, only coming halfway down, halfway down. Exhale, pull up. 5, 4, 3, 2. You got this, ladies. All right, all the way down. Bottom half. Exhale, squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good release. Step forward, shoulders, rolling them all the way up. All right, we're going to set these weights down. Okay, a little bit of a squat to do that. Protect your back. If you can, setting them on either side of your mat or the space where you're going to work out on the floor so that the weights are easily accessible to you while you're lying down or from your mat, your position on the floor. All righty. Good. Let's say at the end of the mat, we're going to start with a big circle up, releasing that spine. Hands go on the hips. Hips go back, and we're going to take a tuck round and a roll just to release any tension in the spine from all that standing work. We'll roll the shoulders at the top. All right. Let's take our hips back. Hips are back. Most of our weight is in our heels, right in our heels. Our back is long and flat, so we want to make sure we're not rounding out. Our chest is open. Shoulders and shoulder blades drawn down to lengthen out through our neck. We're going to hold this stance with the navel tight, putting all the weight in our right leg, all of our body weight in our right leg. Let's get our left toes kind of free so we can tap them. And then we're going to tap those left toes out to the side. So hands on hips, toes reach out, they come in. Nothing else moves. We're rooted all in this right leg, in this right hip and glute. As that left leg just reaches out for a tap and then brings it in. Good. 5, 4. Now reach that left foot behind. Reach. Bring it in. Open that hip flexor without arching the back, without moving that right leg. 5 more here. 5, 4, 3. I know you're feeling the burn. Good. To the side for 5, 5, 4, 3. Keep that navel tight. Let's reach that left leg to the back. Hang on. 5 left. 5, 4, 3, 2. Very last one. Good. Stand tall. Woo! So we should feel that out there on that right side. Give the legs a little shake. Let's reset in our athletic stance. Pull in. Draw those shoulders and shoulder blades down. Root all of our weight now into the left leg. Right toes free. Right toes reach out to the side. Reach. Reach. Good. Steady. 3, 2. Last one side. Let's start reaching back. Reach back. 10. Extend. 9, 8. 4, 3, 2. To the side for 5. I know you're feeling it now. 5. Hold on. 4, 3, 2. To the back. Final 5. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Big reach. Good. Center it up. Give those legs a big shake. All right. We're going to work our way down to a plank. It can be a straight arm on the palm, or it can be a bent elbow on a forearm. You can also opt to come onto the knees instead of curled under toes. Let's do it. Let's find the plank of our choice. Aligning shoulders over elbows, over wrists. Opening chest. Drawing the shoulder blades back and down. Pulling up and in through that low belly. You get the hips high like our shoulders, not higher, but high like our shoulders, so that we're not sinking. Flexing the glutes. Our thighs, thinking of the legs pulling towards the arms or upper body pulling back down towards the legs to isolate and contract in between, which are those abdominal muscles. We're breathing, lengthening the neck, looking out in front of us. We've got about 15 seconds left to round out this minute. Good, don't let the hips sink. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's find an extended child's pose, dropping hips back towards the heels, reaching arms forward, wide spread fingers. All right, let's set this up so that we can do kneeling push-up, okay? Let's take the hands a little wider than our shoulders. Wide spread fingers. We're still in our extended child's pose. This should set us up perfectly. Without moving the hands, let's inhale, shift forward into a kneeling plank. Open that chest. Draw the navel in. Mini push-up. Elbows go wide. We squeeze the chest muscles. Come back up and back into our extended child's. We'll repeat that. Each time, maybe getting a little lower, leading with the chest into the push-up. Making sure that our shoulder blades do not poke up. And we do not want them winging out. Rather do fewer than have those shoulder blades poke out. All right, we're going to take about 15 more seconds for you to work through the next couple. Good, big challenge there on that upper body. One more, make it your best, make it your best. We'll find ourselves in that extended child's pose. Make fists and rotate our wrists one direction and the other. And maybe wiggle through those fingers. We'll set it up with extended arms, widespread fingers, inhaling, shifting forward, kneeling plank. Exhaling, elbows stay in and close to the body like a chaturanga. We're going all the way down to the belly, leading with the chest, pushing our chest forward as we lower down. We're going to lengthen through our body, through our legs, by the toes, flat on the floor. Up and in through that pelvic floor. Gently anchor the hips to our mat. Lifting hands so that they're hovering above the floor. Option, if you want a little support, cupcake fingers. That means fingertips just barely touching the floor, like you have a cupcake in your palm of your hand and you don't want to get frosting there. On an inhale, belly locked, we're pushing our chest forward to feel our back extensors work. Then slowly we'll lower with control. Inhale, contraction through that belly. Slowly lower. Good. Inhale up, or forward. Exhale lower. So really think about that. Trying to lengthen, reach through the top of your head. So we've got about 4 more. Next one, we're going to hold that extension, breathing, pulling shoulder blades down to lengthen the neck, reaching a little further forward with the top of the head, breathing, toes are still down, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's take those hands underneath our face, and we're going to release our forehead down on top of our hands. Okay, so we're going to relax our head, relax our neck. We're going to bend both knees. Heels are going to touch. Toes are going to be wide. We're going to use glute and back. Belly, low pelvis, up and in, anchor. Head resting on the hands, a little drive or a little push of the heels towards the ceiling, and then release. So you're flexing your glutes as you try to get those thighs to just barely lift off the mat. Maybe they don't even lift, that's fine, as long as you're feeling that contraction between the glute and that hamstring. Good, no arching the back. Keep going. Awesome, you should feel nothing in the back, all in the glute. Little pause at the top. Good, we got 5 more, ladies. 5, 4, come on, get those heels up there towards the ceiling. 3, 2, last one. 1, release, lengthen out those legs. All right, we're going to turn over onto our side. So you have to position yourself so that you can see your screen. You can rest your head on a bent elbow. Okay, rest your head on a bent elbow. If you are propped, that's fine, but do not let this rib cage sink. You have to hold that tight posture so that the rib cage doesn't sink into the shoulder, okay? A little easier on your neck and your shoulders to let the head rest in the crook of the arm. Let's bend our knees so the knees are out in front of us at a 90-degree angle. We want hip over hip, so we want to make sure we're not rolling backwards or forward. Hip over hip, square. Up and in, lengthen through that belly, through that abdominal. We're going to do some elevated clams here. So, knees stay down. Both feet are elevated. Okay? Pulling through the belly, opening the knees. Heels and feet stay together. We open, feel the outside of the hip. Don't roll. Close. Open, close. Put your hand even on this hip. We should feel that in there. Open, pause, close. Good. We're going to take 2 more. Last one here. Good. Allow those feet to come down to the mat. We're going to take a bicycle. So we're going to take the top leg with the flexed foot, bring it to hip height, so it's just hovering over the other leg. We're going to draw this knee in towards the chest, flexed foot. We're pushing the heel out front like we're riding a bicycle, big circle with the leg. Extend that straight leg behind you without rolling. Bend the knee so the heel comes towards the buttock and then around again. So big circle, the legs staying at hip height. A lot of focus on stability through the core so that your body doesn't wiggle, especially when you're extending the leg behind. Take your time. Stabilize back there. The next time your heel is at your buttock, we're going to reverse directions. So heel at your bum, push the heel straight behind, straighten the leg. Now point the toe, bring it around front. Knee bends. Heel pushes behind to open that hip flexor, bring it around front. We're going to take 2 more. Good, last from here. Wonderful. Let's bring that leg down and take it a rest. The bottom leg, your leg underneath, is going to straighten out. Your top leg, you're going to plant the foot on the floor in front of that bottom leg. Okay? Head can rest. We're going to work the inner thigh of the bottom leg. So let's flex the foot of the bottom leg, lengthen and draw in through the belly. Make sure we're still hip over hip, hip bone over hip bone. Okay, not so that they're leaning back. All right, flex that inner thigh. Lift the leg, that bottom leg as high as you can and lower. Lift and lower. Each time contracting through our core to help us support the weight of that leg as it lifts. Also take the exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower. Next time up, let's hold that lower leg up. Keep the foot flexed. Little pulses, little squeezes and pushes out of that inner thigh. Keep the hips level. I know you can feel this. We're going to bring it in for 5 more seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release that leg. Oh, I know we feel that. Let's go ahead. Stack that top leg on the bottom. We're going to bend those knees still at a 90. And we're going to take our top arm, okay, the arm that's free. We're going to place our widespread fingers right out in front of our chest, okay, so a few inches from the body. We're going to work the tricep here. All right, belly button tight. Pushing into this bent arm with the hand on the mat. We're going to lift the torso just a little and then slowly lower down. Keep the shoulder and shoulder blade down so the neck is long. Let's do it again. Exhale, push, lift, and lower. We're going to take 3 more. 3, 2, contract those obliques, the side of our waist. We have 1 more. Push it all the way up this time. Got to release the hand from behind the head. Take those legs around front. All right, let's come into a boat. We're going to balance on the sits bones. Feet out in front, chest open and lifted. Make sure we don't round. Open and lifted. All right, belly super tight. We release one arm. We release the other. Good, continue to lift and open the chest. Feel a little quake in that belly. Good. Maybe you hold on to the thighs. Maybe you extend the legs straight out. Your choice. We have 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Keep lifting the chest. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands on those knees. Give your knees a little hug. And then let's shoot the legs out the other side so that we can do our clams on the other side. We'll rest that head on the crook of the arm. Stack our hips. Knee over knee, ankle over ankle, hip over hip, head resting, belly super tight. Let's lift those feet and start to open the knees slowly, working that hip. Open and close. Focus on it. Isolate it. Good. No rolling through the body. Nice and slow, slower even. 5 more. 5, little pause at the top. 4, 3, 2, last one here. Good, we'll allow those legs to come down and transition into our bicycle. We'll reset the body. Let's take that top leg, put it into a hover. Knee comes into the chest, foot is flexed. We push or kick the heel out front. Straight leg comes all the way behind. Open that hip and hip flexor, then bend the knee to finish the circle. Good. Top hand you can use for stability or support if you need to. Maybe go a little slower. Good. Really get deep into that extension of the hip. Next time that heel comes to the buttock, we're going to reverse the direction, pushing the heel behind. Open the hip flexor, straighten the leg, point the toe, bring the foot around front, bend the knee. Good, big circle. Good. No wiggling in the torso. Taking 3 more big circles, as big as you can get them. 3, 2, 1. Good, we'll release. All right, let's take that bottom leg, straighten it out. Top foot comes around front. Top foot is on the mat. We lengthen through the hips, restack. Hip bone over hip bone. Bottom leg, foot flexes, working that inner thigh. Squeeze that inner thigh and belly as you lift. Exhale up. Inhale lowly. Slower lowly. Five more singles. Next time up, so when we hold, we get little pulses, leading with that ankle, torso, tight, 10 seconds, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to be in a video if you step any forward. Now you're in a video. Straighten the legs, bend the knees. Here we go. Hand up front. We're looking for our tricep push-up. Belly button super, super tight. Here we go. Exhale. Push into that arm. A little lift. Slowly lower. Good. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one here, and we're pushing all the way up. Good. Let's release those arms. Bringing ourselves in square. All right. We're going to lie down all the way on our back. Okay, we've got our weights. You might need to move them so that you can reach them when you're lying on your back. Okay? All right. All the way down we go. All the way down. Let's pick up our weights. All right, we're going to do a fly, open chest, open arm fly, as well as a tricep or a skull crusher. Okay? Let's take the elbows straight out to our side. Anchor that low back and hip into the mat. Knees are bent. Our heels are fairly close to our buttock. Okay? We're going to hold the bridge as we go through the fly. So let's go ahead. Set up, pushing up into our bridge. Buns or flexed thighs. And then let's start with the fly. So we're opening our arms. Exhaling, squeezing the chest. Straight arms come together over the face. Keep your bridge steady. Inhale, open slowly. Exhale, flex the chest to bring it together. Good. Keep those hips and thighs tight. Good. 5 more. 5, 4. Good. Relax the neck. Keep the hips up though. 3, 2. Next time the weights are up, hold them up. Good. Turn this into a skull crusher. Weights can be together or separate. Elbows bend. Weights towards the forehead. And then elbows straighten out. Good. Navel staying really tight. Buns are flexed. I know you can feel that bridge. Keep on going. We've got 5 more. 5, 4, hips up, 3, 2, last one. Let's release by putting those weights on top of our hip flexors for hip dips to finish this off. Hips lower down to the mat. Drive those heels into the floor as you push the hips towards the ceiling. Slowly lower. Drive the hips up. 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 5 more. 5, 4, 3. Come on, almost there. 2. Hold it at the top. Little pulses. Finish it. 5 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower that back down to the mat. We're going to get rid of one weight. Bring the other weight. Hand on either end. Handle of the weight over the forehead. Tilt that low back so that you're feeling secure and pressed against the mat. Picking up the feet. They're at a 90 degree. Okay, knees at a 90 degree. Elbows pointing towards the knee. Double weighted crunch. Weight is optional. On the exhale, push that belly button down to the floor so hard that both your upper and lower body lift just slightly off of the mat. Exhale, pull it all in. Inhale, control the release.
Well, we got the girl, and it looks like we got for pennies. So.
Yeah.
All right, we're at 10. We've got 5 to go. 5 more. Come on, really drive it down. 5, 4, 3. Each one, digging deep. 2. Last one. Good. We'll release. We're getting rid of the weight. We're going to take hands by our side. I'm going to bring both legs up towards the ceiling. Hands can go underneath the hips for a little bit of leverage if you would like. Okay? Navel drawn in. Alternating. Okay? Right leg pointed toe. Lowers down. Lifts up with a flexed foot. Left leg pointed toe. Lowers down. Lifts up. Flexed foot. We're looking for abdominals here. Looking for core. Focus on that. Low belly. Point down. Flex up. Point down. Flex up. Point down. Flex up. Good. Back is steady. Feeling this in the belly. One more time each side. Good. Knees bend 90 degree. Both legs moving together. Both legs moving together. We're going to extend to a 45. Belly button super tight. You feel the quake. Pull the knees in. Extend. Pull them in. Good. Extend. Pull them in. Use the back of the arms to help push against the floor. Extend. Hold. Then pull it in. Good. We've got 5 more. Slow. 5, 4, 3, 2. Next one's last one. Kind of hold that out there. Hold it out there for a count of 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees in. Give them a hug to the chest. Let's take both knees off to the right side. Let's turn our head to the left and open up that left arm. Relax into a twist. Take a couple of really deep breaths, filling up the belly with air. And then exhale and pushing all the air out, emptying completely before the next inhale. Next exhale. Rolling back on our back, knees into the chest, give them a hug. Twisting on the other side, knees release to the left. Right arm extends out, turning the head to the right. A few deep breaths. Next exhale, rolling back onto our back, knees into the chest. Let's hold on to our kneecaps. Okay, hold on to our kneecaps here. We're going to draw double circles. with those hips, with our knees. So use the hands, grasp the kneecaps, pull the kneecaps in towards the body, separate the knees wide, and then use those hands to push the legs away and then back in. So we're making double circles, big, slow circles to work through those hips. One more this direction, and next time they're into the chest, we're going to reverse it. So we'll push both knees away, then open them wide and bring them into the chest for 4, 3, 2, last one here. Good, we'll release, knees are bent. Left ankle, right thigh, opening up the hip, coming into our 4 square, using hands or a strap, grabbing on behind that right thigh. Left elbow can give a little push on that left thigh. We're feeling hip and glute. Let's point and flex our right foot, and then draw a couple circles with the ankle. Maybe even scrunch up the toes in the shoes to find release there. Good, we're going to release and switch legs, looking for 4 square on the other side. Right ankle, left thigh, opening up that hip, keeping the right foot flexed, using hands to pick up that left thigh, feeling the hip and glute on that right side. Releasing that left ankle, point and flex, circles, wiggling toes, whatever you got. And slowly we'll release. We're going to uncross, bringing the knees into the chest, giving you a really big hug, maybe holding on underneath the knees and to the hamstrings. Let's rock a little side to side or front to back. And then either rolling to the side or using those legs overhead with the front to back roll to bring yourself up to seated. If you're front to back, tuck that shin really tight as you roll up. All right, let's turn ourselves over to kneeling and come into a runner's lunge to stretch out the hip flexor. We'll take our right leg forward and allow those hips to sink, feeling a stretch here in the thigh, our quadricep, and our hip flexor. A little more quadricep, you can flex that back foot, or left foot. If you have that back foot flex, let's release it. We're just going to shift the body weight back to find our hamstring. So chest reaches forward. We leave the right heel on the mat, and we use the hips, the pelvis, tilting back to extend through the spine and stretch out through that right hamstring and calf. Deep breath. Next inhale, we'll slowly start to release. Bend that right knee. Take the leg out to the side and let's switch. So left foot comes around front. We allow the hips to sink in forward. Maybe flexing the back foot for a little bit extra quadricep stretch. Good, let's release. If that foot is elevated, shift back, looking for hamstring. Left heel forward, toes up, chest reaching towards those toes, tailbone reaching behind. Long spine, breathe. Slow to release, bending that left knee. Working our way to standing. We can curl the right toes under so that we scooch the knee under the body and then step it wide into a wide squat. Taking our time, tucking, rounding, rolling, stretching as we slowly come up. Check your footing to make sure you don't trip on anything. Then setting it up, easy stance, a couple of shoulder rolls here. Let's take that right hand and pat ourselves on the back. Left arm gives us a tricep stretch by giving it a little push. Soften our knees so that we don't arch. Deep breath. Big tricep stretch. Let's release and switch sides. Pat ourselves on the back for a job well done. Other hand comes in for the assist. Releasing wide. Shoulder roll again. Arms open really wide. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. On the exhale, give yourself a hug. Release through that upper back and spine. Inhale, open, and then cross the arms. The opposite one comes on top. Release. Last time, big open, extend. Good, arms release down. Let's take the right ear over to the shoulder. Left fingertips reaching down towards the floor. If you want a little deeper stretch, you can take that right hand and gently rest it on top of the head. Deep breath. If you have the right hand on the head, release that first. Then lift the head in center, tall, extend the top of the head to the ceiling, and then other side. Left ear comes down towards the shoulder. Option of taking that left hand and just resting it gently on the head. Deep breath. Good, we'll release the hand, bring the head in center, turning, looking over the right shoulder as far as we can, shoulder blades back and down. Good, ease it to the other side. Taking it into the center. All right, let's take one of those last big circles. Big inhale, circle up, lift the ribs, hands come on the hips, hips come back, a slow tuck round, and roll ourselves back up to a very wonderful rest of our day. Thank you so much for joining me for Power Core.